What's up, and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, what it do? And if this is your first time, then welcome. I hope you enjoy, and make sure you subscribe, comment, like, share, and also hit that notification button. Today I'm just going to be showing you guys what I do when I just want a quick eyebrow and lash day, like not too much for the makeup. So I'm just applying a toner here. I usually use my rose water that I make, or a just regular witch hazel, just so that way I can keep it even tone. Also, you see me shaking up a bottle here. This is my turmeric lip oil. It has to be shaken because the turmeric kind of settles to the bottom. So just shake it up to put it on my lips, because I am kind of trying to work on brightening my lips right now. So this is definitely a must-have for a brightener and a moisturizer. Yes, honey, get that shake up good. You see how the color's all together? Now it's time to apply. Now this is an oil, not a gloss, so it's gonna sit on your lips. You know, just sit it in until it evaporates, and then after it evaporates, you can either put some gloss on or some chapstick or whatever you want, just to add extra moisture. All right, now I am about to apply my aloe butter, my aloe butter moisturizer. I have like combination skin on top of eczema, so I need something that will moisturize my skin without leaving me greasy or oily, and my moisturizer does just that. Also, all of the skincare products that I will be using today are available for purchase at I'marose LLC.com, but I will make sure to list the link below in the description box, so don't worry. So smooth. Yes, honey. Make sure to rub it all in, because see, I have some dry spots and then I get like my oily spots, but this moisturizer, it works for all types. Okay, so now we're about to get started on these brows, baby. So when I go to do my brows, I usually use a setting powder before I begin to draw them with the pencils. Only because, you know, I get oily in my T-zone, so in hopes to keep the oil from like releasing throughout the day in my eyebrows, because for some reason my eyebrows aren't, of course it's in the T-zone, not for some reason, that's why. But anyway, my eyebrows get oily, so I use the setting powder before I draw them, just so that way they'll stay a little bit longer, and just make it throughout the day. Now, I don't know how many people can relate to this, but you know, you think that you have a certain way that you do your brows until you see yourself or feel yourself doing something, and you're like, wait, I don't do that all the time. So I've realized that I don't do my brows exactly the same every time. So I guess it kind of just depends on the day, or however my hand feels like working, or how much time I have, because some days are better than others, but as long as you keep trying, you can at least get them to where you are okay with them. You know, they may not be perfect or the way you want them every time, but at least you can do something that you're okay with. So I usually start like in the what do they call that, like the arch line in the back of the brow, and then fill them in small strokes as I go. That way it doesn't give me like the full just drawn on look. It kind of still looks a little bit natural. I mean, I know it does still look drawn on, but people always think I have like I got permanent brows, or like I have microblading, and it's nothing but a pencil boo and a little powder. Bam. And of course, you know, I usually just try to follow the shape of my eyebrow, but as you can see, my eyebrows are a little bit light skinned, so if you want to change up the shape with your brows, you can, but I just like to go with the shape that I already have. Now also remember that when you're just drawing your brows on, they don't have to be perfect because, well, I go in with concealer. Sometimes I do have days where I start to draw them on. Oh, get this dance. Oh, get this dance. I see. My bad. Sometimes I do have days where, you know, if I'm just like running to the store, or if, you know, it's something where I just draw my eyebrows on and they look pretty good, then I might not even clean them up with concealer, but it's depending on what I'm doing. But you're going to clean it up with concealer anyway, so it don't really have to be perfect. You know, it's just the perfectionist in me that likes for them to look good with the drawing, but they don't have to be, because you're always going to clean it up with the concealer. So, first of all, can we take a second to appreciate the slay of these slides and edges, honey? Yes! Now let me know if you buds would like me to post a video on how I slay my slides and edges. Let me know in the comments below and I'll hook y'all up. Don't worry, you know I got you, boo. Now I am blending my brows a little bit as I go with the concealer because I like to do it in parts, just so that way I can see how it looks as I go. Now I am a sucker for a smooth straight line, y'all. I don't know what it is. Maybe, like I said, it's the perfectionist in me, but I'm a sucker for a smooth line. So I use 2 different color concealers to kind of get to my liking, because, you know, I'm always either buying something that's a little bit too light or a little bit too dark to do the highlight of my brow. So I found one that I use and I mix them together and then I get it between. This color is still just a little bright, but you know, like I said, it's still a highlight, and I think that I'm probably going to try to search to see if I can find a more a different tone of my darker color that I use, so maybe that way I'll feel a little bit more happier. But once I blend it in, it still looks pretty good, so it does what it needs to do. This is so satisfying to watch. Yes, honey. Blend it into that eye. Smooth it down, girl. I know that's right. I'm sorry, y'all crazy. Also, when I blend with the brush, it stops me from having to use the pencil more because I don't like them to use super dark. I don't like them to use, my bad. I don't like them to be super dark. So I already use a dark brown pencil. But with using that brush, it just helps me smear the color around so that way they won't be super dark. The things a girl does for a nice straight brow. Now you want to make sure that you're blending. Blend, blend, blend. Eyebrows and concealer, because you want to make sure that, now you can overblend, so you don't want to overblend, but you do want to make sure that the makeup doesn't look like it's laying on your skin, more or less that it's kind of blending into your skin, if that make any sense. So you don't want to blend away because you put it there for a highlight, so you still want to have your highlight, but you know, you still want it to go together. Okay, man, I see you. They're coming together pretty good. I don't care what anyone says. Doing eyebrows is an art. Okay, you don't have to be an artist to appreciate that it's an art, but the fact that I believe I am an artist does kind of make me want to be more precise, but it makes me appreciate it. Like, oh my goodness, it's so satisfying to sit and watch. Like, girl, you did that, okay. Yeah, they coming together, okay. Now, another thing that you want to do is check your angles. So, as you can see now, I'm finally getting to the top, but you want to make sure that when you are doing your brows, that you're moving your head from different sides at different angles, so that way you can tell whether they look straight or not, because sometimes when you're just looking head on, they look like they're looking pretty even, but you put your head down a little bit, you can see it's still a little bit at the top, or boom, this side isn't pretty even with the other side, so that lets you work on it. Now, when I do the top, I don't like the halo highlight over the eyebrow, so even though there's a little bit of concealer on, I try to take off the excess, if any, like on my hand, so that way it still kind of blends in pretty good with my skin, and it doesn't look like the halo light over it. This is what I call my spot check. You know, I pretty much got my shape where I want it to be. So now I'm just checking around, you know, different points. Just do a little spot check. Hey, I see you. All right. Now I have to say I have had better brow days, but they came together pretty okay for what I needed them for today. So, bam, there it goes. At this point, I realized that, oh, don't got my lashes, so I gotta go get my lashes. And I really thought that I cut this part out, but somehow it still ended up in here. So I'm gonna speed through that for you just a little bit until I come back. All right, now I'm back. Work on getting these lashes open. Now, somehow, and some reason, I happen to miss a clip. Maybe I didn't record it or something, but I missed the whole clip of me putting on that first eyebrow. First eyelash, but here it is. You know, at least I caught it. I stopped to look at it, so I caught it. Now you guys can see me put on my other eyelash. Alright, all done. Throwing those earrings on, doing a little jiggity bop. Just made that up, so I'm not sure what that is yet, but you see me. All done. Alright, Rosebud Bays, this is it. Finished look. Your girl is done. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna keep this ponytail or if I'm gonna let it down, but I don't know. Anyway, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Turn up with your girl so you know when the next video drops. But until next time, see you later, babes.